poll. I can see you in there and everything. If you click where it says just above when you put your chat, just click it to everyone so everybody can see everybody's chat. Same thing with you, Larry. So everyone could just do that. Very important because I'm going to be asking a lot of questions. JC, same thing for you. Just make sure you have it for everyone. All right, good. All right, well, welcome everybody. My name is, once again, let me get the record up and running, and then we'll get started so you guys can watch this a little bit later. And get that up. Perfect. All right. Welcome, everybody. My name is Fausto from Cybertrain University, and I'm the president and founder of the company. Been doing this for 35 years, and there's not a day that goes by I don't love what I do because I love telling people how to trade today's markets. And I'm going to show you things today that are really going to shock you on how the market works, how we trade it. Hopefully, a lot of you were able to log in this morning when we had our live presentation where we were trading the open. We had some really good moves. By the way, was anyone there this morning? Good to see you, Lynn. Well, good to see you, everyone. So did everybody able to see that? Because if not, it was recorded. We will post some highlights from it and so on. Frederick, were you there? Good. All right, so I'm going to talk about a lot of things that we did today. I'm going to show you how we trade these markets. And my goal today is to kind of educate you guys of your fellow traders to see if trading's for me or not. You know, a lot of us want to do it. It sounds exciting. Some of you failed. Maybe you haven't found the right person, but hopefully this will be your last stop of a webinar and going from there. But before I continue, just really quickly, I'm not going to make any guarantees or promises that works for everyone. Just be very compliant. It just vary from student to student. But please keep in mind there is a very high risk in trading. So please be very wise and smart before you go out there and trade and get yourself educated. All right, so let's go into the live markets and see what's going on. I know we had a lot of you here this morning, and I want to bring a couple of stocks that moved this morning. And for some of you here that were here this morning, right here, you could see, let me just post up this link right there. Does everybody see that little legal pad? So I wrote every morning when we trade, I'm going to invite all of you here into our professional trading room. So let me just show you what that looks like before we move on. And this is it right here. So all of you are going to have access to join us in this trading room. So right here, what you see is right now we got close to about 200 traders are in here live. We have over 1,000. There's only about 20-30% in a given time because people all over the world. And we do live audio broadcast right here on top. You'll see here, this area right here. These are all the stocks that we've been watching and trading over the days. We're going to talk about APPS, great mover today. We're going to talk about Palantir, great moving stock today. QBTS, some of these stocks that you probably never even heard about, or maybe you watched our social media channels, our shorts, like on YouTube, whatever. But this morning was a really good day in the market. ACB was a good stock that we traded in the last couple of days. And you can see here on the right, I want you to focus on this right here. Let me draw these little lines and you can follow along. But right here, you can see the times right here. And you could see the traders and what they're looking at. This is the spot right here of how many people are in there. And these are the stocks that we show all our trades and everything else. So you're all going to have access to come right after this presentation to be in here for one full week and see what it's all about. Yes, James, we do also talk a little bit about futures, mainly day trading stocks, swing trading, and options. We do a little bit of futures. We'll talk about gold and something else, but mainly that. But you could apply this to everything. Now let me just clear this out and clear the drawings out there. And let me just move out here in the real markets. And let me just show you some of these stocks. Like, for example, we were watching the stock ACB. Okay. Actually, let me start with apps because apps was a great stock. So did anybody trade the stock or so what happened with APPS? Did anybody see this one? A nice little small cap micro. So right here at 9:30 this morning, this is what we trade. It ran from $3, $3.10, whatever it was. And in about 10:30, it ran all the way to a high right about here around $4. And we were done commentary and you could see it ran all the way up to about $4.90. Now you do the math. Okay. Or let me help you with the math. All right. If you bought 1,000 shares but at $3, let's just do simple math, right? It's a $3,000 investment. If the stock went up $1, this stock went up almost more than that, almost $2. But if you made $1 on that trade, times that by one, actually, it's not times by one. It'd be if it went from $3 to $4, right? So let's say it went to $4,000. What did you make? You made about $1,000 on that trade. Actually, I got to fix it's wrong here. So 3 minus 4 equals $1 times 1,000 shares. It's $1,000, right? So if you even made half that, you did pretty well. Now, that's just one stock that we traded, and that was a stock right here, ACBC. You could see it right there. That's a trade we were talking about right there. And I'm going to show you why it went up and everything. I'm sorry. That was apps. I'm going to bring up apps. Let me bring up apps. I'm sorry about that. That was ACB. Yeah, that was ACB. Let me bring up the ACB trade because that one also did really well. Bring this over here. The ACB. ACB. So ACB, let me clear this out for you. And you could see ACB moved up really, really nice here. And, you could see how the stock, this is what I'm going to teach you in the next few moments. And just follow along carefully because this is where it's going to get very interesting. See how the stock started this morning at 9:30 and went from like $5.25. And then it went all the way up and it went to a number of 640, right? And that was around 10:30. Right now it's about 12 o'clock. From 12:30 till now, it really hasn't gone anywhere, right? So I want to ask everybody this question. Why did it go from 520 and decide to stop at 10:30 and did not want to go any further than that? Can anybody answer that? Sylvia said sellers. So we got a couple of students here that basically saying it. Well, that's my question. I want to educate everybody. What makes stocks go up and down in the market? Could everyone answer that question? It's a very simple question. Buyers and sellers? Okay. So are you sure? Are you sure? Because I thought people were trained to follow stochastics, RSIs, Bollinger Bands. I don't know what you guys are a fan of here. MACDs. I don't know. Am I missing anything? I thought this is what you're supposed to look at. Okay. Well, what I'm going to show you is this. I'm going to bring up my trading room really quick right now. Our trading floor. So you could see, I want you to look at this. Try to follow along. I'll try to make it a little bit easier for you to read. But you see this time right here? You see this chart right here? That chart that you're looking at is this. These are orders, okay? And if I blow up that chart really quick, and if I click on it, you could see from here, clear this out for you. Look at right here. You see these orders out there? 32,000, 32,000, 40,000, 45,000. These sellers were out here since 9:30 this morning, okay? This is the right of a chart. What you're looking at right here is the left of the chart. Now, do you want to see where the sellers are, or do you want to see what the sellers did in the past? That's what we're about to learn right now. So did I get everyone's attention yet? Did I lose anybody? That's my most important thing. Did I lose anybody here yet? No. Good. All right. Thank you very much. All right. So now what I like to do is this. Oops. Sorry about that. Hold on one second. Let me just clear this out for you. And let me change the slide. So what I'm going to talk about right now is I'm going to show you how to follow the big money, how we use important tools, best time to trade, how to be an overall great trader in the market. And most importantly, what you're about to learn is this. I'm going to teach you not how to make money, but I'm going to teach you how to stop losing it. Everyone's always focusing on making money. Well, listen, how do you know how to, when do you ever know how to take a profit? Well, do you know where everyone else is taking profit? Do you know where Wall Street is? Instead of you sticking around being on Main Street. Now, this week was a very interesting week, including last week. We're in earnings season, and I'm going to talk about earnings. We'll talk about some of the stocks that moved, and we're going to talk about how Palantir killed it. Which, by the way, does anyone here follow me on YouTube or Instagram and TikTok? Does anybody here follow me on those social networks? Just give me a quick yes or no. That's the link right there. That's the YouTube video. Not yet, Chris. What are you waiting for? Click on that link right now. I want you guys to do this right now while we're here. Click on that link right now, and I want you to click subscribe, okay? Because you know what? I made some great videos, and click on that little icon right there. Just following you now, right, Chris? Okay, good. And we have over 3,000 videos. What are really cool is watch the shorts out there and watch the quick ones before you watch the long ones. All right. So we got YouTube, we got Instagram, we got everything. So I want to bring up this YouTube video. Hold on one second. It's actually on YouTube. It's on Instagram also, but I like to use Instagram. It's a little bit faster to find. And I want you to watch this video right here. Let me bring it up. Palantir, massive earnings blow out the stock, goes wild. Now, I want you to watch this video very carefully. Listen carefully. Earnings, and they blew the numbers. Look what's happening right now. Earnings came out. Boom. We're at 96, and it's still going. Woo. Carrie, John, Louise, Abdul all did great. Some of them even predict they might go to 100. Congratulations, guys. Hey, everybody. We just traded Palantir, and it beat earnings. So excited. Thank you all for supporting CTU. Let's keep momentum going. So there's a lot of videos like we've done like that, and these are great videos because these are things that we do in the trading room. And we were trading IBM, Palantir, and what else we traded? Microsoft, all the Tesla. All these videos are there, and we're going to show you because you need to, like I said, you want someone that practices what they preach. And that's how we trade at Cyber Trade University. Now, if you watch that video, it says a lot of people predict it's going to, are saying it's going to go past 100. Do you know what Palantir is right now? It's at 107. Okay, where is a Palantir right now? Let's look at it. By the way, let me change this to give me a headache, these indicators. Let me bring it back to reality. Oh, it's actually higher than that. See, I went to 108, okay? And it had a nice run again today. Thanks, JS. Nice run. And you could see it right here. It's been a lot of fun trading it. I actually bought it back. I sold it, took a profit, and I bought back into it. But the thing is this, there were a lot of stocks out there that moved, and I'm not going to put a feather on my cap because I've been doing this for a very long time. So let's take a look at some of the other stocks that we traded. AMD, Google, Eli Lilly, but to see those things, I want to do something before I move forward. I want to introduce myself because some of you here are like, okay, well, who is Fausto Pugliese? Who is Cyber Trade University? Okay. What makes you different than the other, gurus, or how do I know you're for real out there? Well, first of all, I've been doing this for 35 years. Okay. How I got started is I was a market maker. I live here in New York. I was trained by some of the best traders in the world. I was actually a trader for a brokerage firm. Now, I think everyone here, if you ever want to learn from someone, you want to learn from somebody that, was there, on the field, on the war field. And let me tell you, what you're about to see right now is that some of you are trading backwards. You're not using the right tools. You're not buying everything. And believe me, I know this because I was there. I was one of you before I had a reality check where I blew up 2 accounts before I got started when I was 22 years old. And then finally, when I said, you know what, let me go out there and see what I'm doing wrong. And I'm going to give you everyone access to my book. You get to read the story a little bit about me, how I got to where I am today. But when I was first introduced, what I'm about to show you, you know what I said? I said, you know what? Everybody I hate to say it, but like you're your worst enemy. You know what? I lost because of ignorance. I thought I knew how to trade the market because somebody told me on TV or I read some book or whatever. No, fellow traders, it's about you need to know to follow the institutions, the brokerage firms, all the big traders in the industry. And that's why I've been doing it for so long. And that's why we've been ranked #1 on the industry for so long. We have a 5-star rating on Google. For 35 years, I surround myself with great traders. I've learned from great traders, and I want to pass that knowledge over to you because trading is such a big, big failure rate. 90% of the people fail in trading, and it doesn't have to be. If you knew that you had a 90% chance of surviving, of going underneath the operating table, I think you wouldn't do it. I think you would deal with the problem than knowing that you have a 10% chance of surviving. Well, guess what? What do you think you're doing right now? And the reason why people fail is because who really trained you? And that's why I've been on so many public stations and, been surrounding myself with some of the greatest traders in the industry. But listen, this is not about me. Okay. This is about you. I'm not here to brag and, talk about all the people that I beat and stuff like that. You need to figure out is this, could Cyber Trade University teach me to be, to learn how to trade and follow these big, follow what he done over the years. And I can. And I'm going to teach you in less than 30 minutes so I can make you that much better of a trader. But more importantly, I want to invite you all to come and see it live in the market because we do practice what we preach. Okay. And we're going to teach you how to read the future. We're going to teach you how to follow the institutions, the algorithms, the AIs, everything. And that, just what I showed you a little sample before, I just scratched the surface. So let's talk about some of the stocks we traded this week. OKLO. What the hell is this stock? Where did it come from? Well, listen, there are 25,000 stocks out there that trade every day. But how could you have not known or got this one instead of dealing with a stock like NVIDIA? How did you not see a stock that goes in one day, pops from 47 to 52, okay? Or on a swing trade, in less than a week, it goes from 25 to 50. Well, listen, there are a lot of them out there. BBAI, stock goes from $5 to $8, $7.40. It went from 3 to 7. These things will go up 100%. And don't tell me that you never, you heard of them, but you probably were never in them because you probably never knew, are they going to continue? Is it a short squeeze? Is it a pump and dump? Well, listen, not only they do it on some micro caps, but what about JetBlue? Is that a micro cap? No, it's a real company. They're all real companies. Otherwise, they wouldn't be public. But you know what? Earnings came out on JetBlue. Look what happened. It went from $7.40 to $5. But you know JetBlue. You've probably flown JetBlue. But I don't know the other stocks that I just showed you. Does it really matter? Remember, why are you really here? You're here to make money. But more importantly, you're here to stop losing it. And there were a lot of stocks out there that were trading. And like this morning, and like was it yesterday, the day before yesterday, we do live audio broadcasts all the time. We did an earnings announcements. We were trading earnings. We showed you what happened with Google the other last week. By the way, these are all on YouTube. You can watch the recording of it, but we broadcast live all the time. That's why it's important for you to subscribe to our channel. We traded the earnings last week, all the big ones. Some of the fabulous sevens were on there. And the thing is, you get to see in real time what made these stocks go up and go down. But the problem with today's traders is they're always looking backwards. Oh, let me go check out the Fibonacci. Oh, let me go check out the MACD. Let me go check out this guy I saw on Fox News. He's got a commercial, Shankin. He predicted this. He predicted that. Well, how about this? How about you predicting what to do in our next trade? Because remember, by the time they're in it and you find out, they're already out of it. That's where it comes, because you got to stop looking backwards and you got to start looking forward, because last week's flavor is not this week's flavor. All right. So what we need to focus on is following the money. That's what I'm going to teach you right now. So right now, what you need to do, fellow traders, is you got to stop what you're doing and you got to pay attention really quick, because what I'm about to show you is going to be extremely disturbing, because you're going to be like, why is no one teaching me this stuff? And how do I not know this? All right. Chris, so we're just following the picks, or are we able to learn at how our own? Listen, Chris, I'm just going to tell you and everyone else here, and I know everybody wants this. We don't tell you what to buy and sell. Okay. We're going to show you got to hit the button at the end of the day. First of all, it's illegal unless you're registered to do that. Okay. And I know there are people out there that talk about it all the time. They're like, okay, great. Well, listen, at the end of the day, you have to hit the button. Doesn't mean what they're doing is legal. All right. So that's the way you have to look at it. We're going to show you how to pick your own setups. That's what it's all about. There's an old saying in the book, okay, in the Bible: feed a man a fish, you feed him for the day. Teach a man how to fish, you feed him for life. And that's what our ultimate goal here is at Cyber Trading University. Let me talk about the tools that we're going to be using in the toolbox, okay? So there are three very important tools you realistically need. You need a percentage gainer and loser scanner. You need a chart system, and you need something that's called level 3 quotes. Now, can everyone just give me a chat back? So I want to see if everybody's following along. Could you tell me how many of the three you have? If you only have one, give me one. If you have two, only the three, write two. If you got all three, write the number 3. And I want everybody to see what everybody's chatting in here, because you'll see, obviously some of you are students here. All right. So most of you are putting, Victor, you only have one. Wow. Okay. 2. So it looks like the most popular one, everyone is putting 3. By the way, Bill, I didn't hear from you. Guy, I didn't hear from you. Guys, don't be shy. Lee, Victor, you're new. That's fine. That's good. Don't be shy. Don't be embarrassed. No one's going to pick on you, okay? Sometimes you got to admit when you're wrong. Otherwise, you can't fix it. So let me explain to you some of the tools that we use here. I want to start off with something called level 2 quotes, all right? Now, I think everyone here has level 2 quotes. Basically, what you're seeing here is you're seeing every buyer, and you're seeing the sellers, and you're seeing what's called exchanges. The NASDAQ, the New York Stock Exchange, the Chicago, everything. So what you're looking at level 2 quotes is you're seeing what that stock is trading at that exchange. Now, the problem with level 2 quotes is a couple of reasons, which some of you probably already figured out. It moves too fast. You don't understand what is going on. What's cool is you're getting real live quotes, but you probably don't know how to trade off it. And that's okay, because you're right. This has been outdated since the year 2000. We're in 2025 right now. So it's about 25 years old of old technology. It's actually 30 years old, okay? And you know what? It's free. And by the way, anything is free in this world, there's got to be a catch, right? Nobody works for free. So the only reason why they give you for free, because that's all it's worth, right? Why would you give away something for free? Because it's worthless majority of the time, unless you're being generous out of your heart, but I don't think anybody here will give free stuff. So let me talk about something that we do use, and it's called NASDAQ Book Viewer. It's called level 3 quotes, which most of you probably, the reason why you gave me a 2 is you don't have it. So I want to do a quick poll, right? And the poll question here is, if we could just post a poll here. Does anyone here have level 3 quotes? Just give me a yes, no, I'm not sure. I put a poll up there so we all could see it. All right. So I'll give you guys about 10 seconds. Randall, just put it in a poll question. You have to put it in yes. Just put it in there. Let me just see it. And by the way, if you're a student of Cyber Trading University, please don't answer this question. Okay. I wanted to keep it very, very, there's new people here, and there's some people that are students here that are here to recruit new traders. But we want to keep these numbers pretty accurate. All right, so let me end the poll here, and let me show you the results. So you could see that there is 62% of you that say no, and 7 said not sure. So if you're not sure, that means you don't have it. Okay. So just to remind you all, trading is a 90% failure rate. If you don't believe me, ask AI. Okay. So let me show you what you're about to see. So listen carefully. What you're about to learn is going to be very disturbing. All right. So basically, what you're seeing is that you have a seat on the exchange. You ever see the New York Stock Exchange on TV? Well, just up until a couple of years ago, you couldn't be down there. Now you have access to it. So you could see every transaction that's going on, where Goldman Sachs is buying, where Shears and Lehman, all these brokerage firms, you're getting to see everything. So looking at it here on a trading platform, this is the actual exchange. Okay, this is a NASDAQ market. So you're seeing every single order out there in Google. So you're seeing every buyer, every seller, every order at every price, and every share that's out there. And whoever wants to buy it for the most amount of money is up on top. Whoever wants to sell their shares for less money is down at the bottom. So you're seeing a negotiated market, which is called the order book. This is the book. This is the every trade, every transaction around the entire world of every single person from every brokerage firm, every institution, every investor, what they want to buy, where they want to sell. So when you're actually putting a limit order out there, here is where you're seeing it. And if you're not seeing it here, that's another conversation we're going to talk about later, when I invite you to the trading room. But just think about this for a second. You're seeing every order. Now, does anyone here own a house? Anybody here own a house or tried to buy a house, right? You ever feel like sometimes you got screwed and like you feel like maybe you paid too much or paid too little? Wouldn't it be nice to know where every person out there is willing to buy, or the seller's looking to sell that price, but you got to guess, you got to put an offer in? Well, now you don't have to worry about that in the stock market. Now you're seeing it. Now, how do we use this data to our advantage? Let me show you. Everybody looks for support levels and everybody's looking for resistance levels, but you got to understand something. You don't have support levels unless you have buyers. Okay. So when you're seeing a stock hit a support level, like here on NVIDIA, and want to know why it bounced right around 116, and how is the stock go from 128 and decides to bounce there and doesn't decide to bounce at 120 or 124, why 116? It's not because it was a support level, fellow traders. It's because when you look at the buy side and you work your way down and you see this 6-digit number here, which is this number right here, there was over 328,000 shares looking to be bought at that price. Now, you're probably wondering, is that really a lot of shares? Because the stock trades a lot of shares. Well, when you look over here at every order out there, you'll see that there are 700 shares, 300 shares, 1,000 shares. Everything is within 3 to 4 digits. Okay. But when you get down there, you're talking about 117 orders that make up 300,000. That's probably about 100 times more the average of every other order out there at that specific price. Yes. That obviously means there's a demand at that price. There's a lot of buyers at that price, which leads to making a support level. Now, let's look at the vice versa of on a resistance. What makes resistance levels? Sellers. Sellers make highs. So when you see a stock go up and want to know how a stock goes from 23.50, decides it wants to stop at 25 and comes back down to 22, well, what made that resistance levels, fellow traders, is you got to see where the sellers are. Remember, good traders are always looking to take a profit, okay? Now is your chance to know where are the sellers looking to take a profit. And when you notice down here, most of those sellers are right down there at 90, right here, okay? You can't see the 90,000 share seller here on the chart because this is called the left of the chart. This, fellow traders, is called the right of the chart. Now, some people are like, wait a minute, I didn't know there was such thing right of the chart. I didn't know there was such thing I could see the future. Well, getting back to what I said from the start of this webinar, who really trained you? How did you really, really, really learn how to trade? Okay. Now, I know most of you are self-taught, but then some of you probably did get educated. But this is the difference between being a market maker, which is a trader for a brokerage firm, or just being an investor that doesn't know that. So I'm going to ask everybody this question one more time. Did I lose anybody yet? Did anyone get lost? Everybody following along? Just give me a yes, you're following along. You know, that's all. That's all I want to find out. Patrick, you following along? Very well. Frederick, Margaret, Randall, good. Victor, you following along? Great. Now just think about this for a second. We've only been talking about 30 minutes. Could you imagine what you're going to learn in a week? Being in a trading room, right? I mean, think about it. We didn't even see this live. So imagine when we go out there and we show you exactly where these orders are. Question here. I just got the info off the exchange volume of U.S. equity markets surpassed 50% the first time. Is that a problem for level 3 accuracy? No, not at all. Regardless of just looking at the exchange volume of U.S. equities, this is specifically at a certain stock. And by the way, we're going to cover that when you get into the trading room. Question here, Fausto. I notice you do mostly day trading, but some of us are aware of swing trading. So, who trades 2 to 3 trades a week? Can you take a few minutes talking about that? Yes, we're going to talk about that as we move along. Okay, I'm going to get into that. But the thing is, to answer your question, whoever your name is, FV, to be a good swing trader, you got to learn what happens over the course of the day. All right, day trading turns into swing trading, turns into an option trade. And if you do not understand what's happening over the course of the day, you're going to screw up big time on your swing trades. Okay, I'll just give you an example. Frederick, in here, and there's another gentleman here, Mike. Same problem. They have swing trades. They're like, I don't understand. Everyone's making money, but I'm not. I'm like stuck in these positions. What am I doing wrong? We're going to cover that. All right. So let's go over a couple more examples. Google, day trade, turn into a swing trade. How would you not know to get out of Google before the crash actually happened with earnings? Well, you could see how it went from 208 all the way down to 192. Well, the thing is this. Why did it stop at 192? And for some of you, even as a swing trade, you're probably freaking out. Maybe you did own Google, like, well, or probably sold it, and or maybe some of you want to do a swing trade on it. But the thing is, what makes support and resistance levels? Buyers and sellers. So when we go and we go check out what's going on the exchange, and we look at the NASDAQ exchange, which, by the way, I'm going to tell all of you where to get this, okay? And I'm going to give you a video on it, and you're going to freak out, and you're going to, in which you see, when you start watching how it works. But think about this for a second. There are buyers everywhere. And when you look at the buy column, you'll notice when you get all the way down here and you see that the biggest digit is at 188 right here, and there are 3,400 orders that make the 129,000, which some of you are probably thinking, that doesn't really sound like a lot, or maybe it is. Well, did you know that there are only buyers on the average on Google for 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, maybe a couple of 20,000s? But there are these what we call big iceberg orders that we focus on, and that's where it is. So when you're looking at a stock and be like, oh my God, it's at 190, maybe it's time to buy. Well, I don't know about you, but why would I pay 190 when a real support level is here at 188, right? That is the mistake that people make, not only as a day trade, but also as a swing trade and also as an option trade. And by knowing that that support level was at 188, you could see I went to 191. Now, let's say you bought it at 190. Why pay 190 when you could buy $2 cheaper? Buy where the buyers are. Don't buy because you like it because it went down. And that's how you prepare yourself into become a day trade into a swing trade. Let's go with Palantir. Same thing. Palantir started going down after the sell-off. It came out with earnings, right? Big, forget about where it is right now today. But some people are like, damn, I missed the earnings. But you know what? I'm still interested. I like the company. I want to buy it, right? Okay, well, the thing you have to look at is where are the buyers? And you could see right around here at 99.50, there is your big buyer on NASDAQ book on the exchange. Guess what happened at 199 at 99.50? It hit 99.50 and now it's at 102. And that's just in one day. Where it is right now, It's at 108. Okay. That trade right there that we're looking at is right here. Let me blow the big intraday chart. Look at this carefully. There's 95 right there. That's from yesterday. That's from the morning. That's right here around 5:30, 3:30. Okay. If you knew there was a big buyer out there and you did a day trade here, here's the second day is the now you have the swing trade, right? Now ask yourself something. How much smarter and better trade decisions if you knew where Wall Street is? How many of you here are doing it right now? Crickets. That's what I hear. But don't worry about it. We're going to fix it. We're going to fix it because it's time to stop being on the other side of the phone. It's time for you to be on the floor side. Just learning this, Chris. Great. Well, a lot of people always want to ask, okay, what about resistance levels? Because, some people here, they feel like you're selling your winners too soon and you're holding your losers too long. Well, if you knew where the resistance levels are, you'll have that game plan. Let's talk about Boeing, for example. Boeing had a big breakout this morning, right? Big run up. But you always got to think about taking a profit. And sometimes you make too much of a profit. You're like, I didn't expect it. So it's going to hit resistance sooner than later. So you got to be very, very alert. Well, when we go to the exchange, first thing I look at is, okay, where are the big sellers? Where are the big institutions? And when I look on the sell column, there's not that many sellers that trade Boeing at each order. They're 100 share sellers, 300 share sellers. But when you get down here, down at the bottom, you'll notice right here is your 5-digit number of 65,000. Like I said earlier, is that really a lot? Well, there's not really that many orders. There's only 3-digit orders, at every other price. But the real big one is right down there. So think about it. It's almost like common sense, right? What do you think is going to happen when we get to 180? Can anybody answer that question? First of all, why would anybody want to sell a stock at 180? Why would anybody want to sell at 180? Does it really matter? Is it my really decision? And like, oh, they're just stupid people. They don't know what the hell's going on with Boeing. I know because I worked there. I know because I looked at the fundamentals. Oh, really? Okay, no problem. Let me know how that works out for you. Because you know what? Really didn't work out too well. And if you wouldn't have that game plan, now you have 176. How smart do you look now? You know what I'm saying? It's all about trading is just a game. And everyone has their style of a game, but this is really how it's being traded. This is how it's being played. OKOLM, another one. Stock had a great run up. Ran from 46 up to 51. Stock's been doing great, OKLM. All right. Now, question is, can it go to 60? Could it go to 70? It could. Only one problem. You got a lot of sellers right around 52. A lot of them. 54,000, 2,000, 2,000. I'm not paying attention to the 100, 200 share sellers. Okay. I'm paying attention to the big seller right there. And guess what? Right around 12 o'clock, when it got up to that big seller, if you weren't prepared and you thought you were smarter than him, yeah, well, how you looking now? Oh, but it's a great company. Trump is pushing, nuclear companies and, build back America and bring. Okay, I get it. And a lot of these stocks doing good. But there comes to a point where some people are like, you know what? I want to take a profit. I did well. I own it at 20. It's at 52. I want to cash out. There's nothing wrong with that. And you should know where Wall Street is cashing out on. Because if you didn't, you're going to get caught holding the bag. And these are what we call iceberg orders, fellow traders. And if you know what an iceberg is, didn't work out too well for the Titanic. Because a lot of people died because they hit one of those icebergs. And you don't want to be a Titanic. So, let's go to the real market. All right. We got about 10 minutes I got. All right. So is everyone having fun? Because I didn't see anybody logging out, which is good. All right. Now, who here would like to learn more about how to follow these orders? Let me get a yes. Because if I don't, I think I'm done for the day. All right. If I don't get yeses, I think I'm going to leave. Not being rude, but I'm not here for my health. I'm here to help you guys. Good. All right. Who here would like to join and see this all for a whole week? For one whole week. Okay. All right. But before I waste your time, let's have a little fun. I'm going to teach you something which is called level 4. There's another more advanced platform out there, which is really going to knock your socks off. So I taught you just the raw data. Now I'm going to implement it into a heat map. Okay. So can anybody give me a stock? Any stock? Give me a stock. Let's look at a stock and I'll see if it's a fun stock to trade. Give me a stock. Microsoft. Okay. QQQs are not really that fun to trade. First, they're expensive. I mean, we'll trade something a little bit. I want to trade something a little bit more, brand name and something. I think I got some Peloton. Peloton was moving this morning. Amazon. Okay. Let me look. Microsoft. Somebody say Amazon, right? All right. See what we got here. All right. So you look at Microsoft and on a, swing trade, you can see the stock, had earnings last week and we traded it. We had fun trading it. Hovered right around 104. And then you could see here on the long-term chart, it had some big resistance here around 45, right? And you're sitting there and you're trying to, analyze it and like, okay, well, okay, that's nice on the swing trade, on a day trade. Let me just, I just got to load up some more data here for a second. Hold on a second. All right. So now we look at it in the course of the day, you'll see, okay, well, it had a nice little move this morning. You can see how it hovered here around that big support level. All right. But for some reason, it went from 112 to 117. So the question I have for all of you is this. Why didn't it go lower than 113? And why is it stopping here for the past several hours and not getting past 118? Can anybody answer that question? Why is it having a tough time getting past that high? And why did it bounce at this low? So here on the long-term chart, you can even see a little bit better here. Here's 110. You can see it hit it yesterday. And a little bit bigger here, right around there. Good. Could everyone just put that? What did we learn on the start of this presentation? How do stocks go up, buyers and sellers? Okay. So I'm going to bring something that's called level 4. Now, did you know at 120, there's a big seller right there for 39,000, and at 411, blow this up a little bigger for you right here, so you guys can watch it right there. See that big seller right there and the big buyer right here? You see how it started here at 930 and it went up, and there was this seller right here, not as big as this one, but you see how it never wanted to break this number right here. See right there? That number was 118, 418. Okay. So even though there was a seller, in the future, but there was somebody a little bit lower than that. And you could see here at 411, that was a big support level from yesterday. Now, what is it doing now? You got some new sellers that showed up right around here. Nothing. He just canceled. You see that right there? He just canceled. Okay. I don't know. Next biggest buyer is right around 414, which is right around here. But like right now, we're in the middle of no man's land. But I could see the resistance levels. Yes, it goes down. It goes down, Chris, because as people get executed, those numbers will change in real time. All right. Let me do the Amazon trade that some of you guys were talking about. Let's look at Amazon. So Amazon, let's bring it up over here. What did it do today? All right. So Amazon, you could see, a lot of buyers right here. It kind of built some support levels right around this number, pretty much here at 126, right? 236. And resistance-wise, let me go back even 2 days. You could see right here, I'm just drawing some trend lines here. See, I had some big resistance levels here at like 242 on the daily chart. Intraday, you have like 238. So you kind of see the support and resistance levels. Okay. So now let me put this on a grand scale of orders. And let me show you what we got here. Those are our numbers, right? What made that support level? You got a big buyer here at 235 and 236, which is, I guess, right there. Coincidental, right? And the 240, he was at resistance level there. So that basically is this seller right here. And you got a seller here. You can see the lines are a lot thicker here. These are all these orders. So you can see a lot of orders it's got a lot of resistance levels here and a lot of resistance levels there. I don't know about you, but it looks pretty coincidental on the chart. It's been having problems doing that over the course of the day, but we're looking at the right of the chart, so we're seeing the future. Okay. Now, how cool would that be to see where these orders are? How much smarter and better trading decisions would you have made if you knew where those orders? I'm going to do one more before we're done. I'm going to do a real popular one. Okay. Because I'm only showing you brand name stocks. Could you imagine if I showed you and you understand, like, wait a minute, I can't afford a $240 stock, but you said you guys traded APS. What made that stock go up and go down, right? Well, look how great this looks. See how this one had a great move this morning? And it started this morning, but look at all these big sellers, 79,000 at $5 and $5.50. And you're like, well, why did it stop at 5? Why didn't it go past 5? Why is it now 430? Even though it had a good run from 3. It's all about having a game plan. ACB, here's another one. Look at all these sellers out here. Big run up, went from 5. Why stop at 6? Look at all those red lines right there. Look at all the sellers that are out there. Pretty easy enough. Let's go check out Palantir. Okay. Where's Palantir? Where's the next resistance, you might ask? Well, I don't know about you, but we got a 500,000 share seller at 110. Where are we now? We're almost at 109. You had some sellers. We did have sellers out there. Okay. We did have them out there. But somebody bought those shares. They bought them. But the real big one is right here. That's the big behemoth, they call it, whatever you want to call it. I call it iceberg order. And you know what? Looks like it's getting there. I'm going to look at one more for you. I want to bring up NVIDIA. Here's NVIDIA, because everybody's asking me, where's support and resistance levels on NVIDIA? Okay, no problem. We'll look at it right here. Right there. You got 1.7 million share seller at 130. Without even looking at a chart, fellow traders, without looking at anything else, where do you think a stock's going to hit resistance levels? Where are the resistance levels on NVIDIA? Did you need an indicator to tell you that? And for all you ones that are asking about swing trading and options trading, you want to know the long-term effect of it? The next biggest seller out there is at 150. And we know 150s are resistance levels because I'll show you right here. You want to know why it stopped and had a tough time breaking it at 150? Look at that right there. Back in November, 150 for several days. Okay. Look right here. Back in the beginning of January, never wanted to break it. Look at just a couple of days ago. We didn't want to break it. Why is it having a tough problem? Oh, because it's 150. It's a whole number. Bullshit. That's not the reason why, fellow traders. It's because you got a 1.8 million share seller out there and you didn't know that. And no one told you that. That's the difference of why I've been doing this for 30 years and why Cybertrade University has been endorsed by more brokerage firms and has been ranked #1 school all these years. And not only that, you do a search on AI, it would even tell you that. So it's time to step up and do things right and learn how to trade the right way, because this is a great job, but it sucks losing. Okay. It really, really does. Now, who here would like to learn more about it? Well, I don't know about you. We're out of time. So what I'm going to do right now is I want to show you guys, and I want to invite all of you to see this in real time. Okay. I want to show you how to read level 3, level 4, all these great things that we do. Okay. And once again, these are just samples. All right. But when you come out there and you start watching, subscribe to the first thing you need to do is subscribe to our channel, watch some of the shorts. You're going to love them. Okay. Go on our YouTube channel. And most importantly, like them, share them, leave a comment. I answer back to all of them. Okay. And you're going to learn so much just on those, but do better than that. I'm going to do something else. Okay. I'm going to show you how we found these stocks, how they actually go up. They're really cool videos. You get great compliments on them. But the big thing is this: you all got to understand, you got to learn from somebody, right? And when you see companies like Benzinga and NASDAQ and Charles Schwab and Tastyworks and TradeStation, I mean, this just name a few. I've done presentations for all of them. And there's a reason why, because these brokerage firms want you to learn how to trade, because if you blow up your account, they can't make any money on you. That's why we've been endorsed by more brokerage firms than anyone in the industry. And that's why over the years, Cybertrade University, which you probably never see, has a 5-star rating on Google, which is unheard of, But that's what separates us from the rest of Wall Street. And most importantly, ChatGPT ranked this #1 school, the top 5 schools in the industry. I didn't make that up. Everyone's using AI, right? Do your homework. They did. So what I want to do right now is I want to invite you all to come to our live trading floor, the one I just showed you a few moments ago. And I want to show you, and I want to introduce you to all our students and how we changed their lives. But to do that, you got to see it and witness it. Being in this room for 1 hour is not going to change your life. All of my goal was today was just to spark your interest. But what I'm looking for is I'm looking to train people like you to that really want to do this, because if you really want to do it, I want to make you part of our family, because that's what trading is all about. And this is all you got to do right now. All I'm asking for is a $9 application fee. That's it. $9, not 90, not 900, not 9,000, $9. The $9, I know it sounds ridiculous, and you want to know what the catch is. The catch is this: it tells me who you really are. That's all it is. That's all I care about. And after $9, if you don't like the week, don't worry about it. I'll give you $9 back. I don't need your $9. Okay. Trust me. Okay. But I have students like Lynn that just chat in there. Carrie's in here. Okay. All these people are in there because they were when they first got started, and they're here because they made a commitment and a promise that if I was able to teach them and change their lives, that, you know what, the only way we're going to succeed is being a team. So if you feel like you're a type of person that has been struggling, loves this job, can't get to the same point, haven't found the right mentor, here's your chance to witness it. All right. Now, this is what you're going to get for the $9. You're going to get live commentary in the trading room. You're going to get full access to the trading floor. And you're going to meet people. You're going to meet traders, just like, Kerry and Lynn and Lita and Charles and Grant, all these great traders. You're going to see us do call outs. All right. And once again, it's not about me. Okay. Don't worry about me. Everyone's always says, hey, could I look at your trading reports? By the way, is that really going to change you, make you feel any better? People lie on their trading reports. Don't look at my trading reports. You want to look at them? When you come in a trading room, okay, you'll see our trading reports, but you're going to see people like Kerry, who called that ACB this morning, made 46 cents. Bill Ireland, Kerry, that's actually you right there. Look at it. Kerry did pretty well on the trade. How they got in and out of the positions. Look at them, okay? Come to our trading floor and witness why we are first of all, I started the first trading floor in the industry, and why we've been doing it for 35 years, okay? Well, we're also going to give you workshops. You're going to see some of the best commentators and podcasts and gurus in the industry, all for 1 week for $9. All right. So take your phone, scan that QR code, or click on that link right there. Now, this is everything that you're going to get. You're going to get the trading floor. You're going to get workshops. You're going to get archives to all our Traders Talk and podcast. And one last bonus I'm going to do. One more bonus I'm going to throw in there for $9, which no one probably would ever expect. And probably you took in a course and never got this. I will personally talk to you on the phone. If you're serious about trading, and if I see you in the trading room, I would want to talk to you and make sure you're making the right decision. First of all, I got to see if you qualified to trade. And I hate to say it, some of you aren't. And that's okay. Rather somebody, it's like going to the doctor. Oh, doctor, my heart's killing me. I need an implant. Okay, let's look at your heart. And then the doctor says, you're fine. You just got heartburn. No. I got to replace it. I got a new Listen, I could be a doctor and be a piece of garbage and put you under the knife and make money from the insurance, but you're fine. Okay. Would you want someone to be honest with you? Or would you want someone to sit there and try to figure on your own? So listen, let's stop playing games. You're not investing a lot of money, because let me tell you something right now, and don't be offensive by this. If you can't afford $9, you can't afford to trade, period. If I even taught you one thing today, imagine what you will learn in 1 week. So go in there, register, and let's get started. So I got to go, fellow traders. I got to run. So I'm going to just a couple last minute questions that did come up. By the way, does anyone have any questions? Please put in there now. But a couple of questions that are very popular. People ask me, how much money do I need to start trading? And I get a kick out of this because I get it all the time. And this is the easiest question. $9. That's it. That's all you need. I was like, nah, you can't trade with $9. Yes, you can. Because the $9 is going to teach you before you actually go out there and risk the thousands. Okay. Trading might not be for you. So the only money you need to invest right now is that stinking $9. That's it. All right. Another thing. Do I need a brokerage account? Let's say, okay, well, whatever. No, you don't. Don't worry about it. If you have a brokerage account, you might have the right one. All right. But don't worry about the brokerage account right now, because you know what? And don't worry about moving right now, because it's a pain in the ass. You ever open up a brokerage? You ever open up a bank account? It's a pain in the ass to move from one account to the other. Don't worry about that right now. It's the least of your problems. It's the least of your problems. All right. Where do I get level 3 and level 4 is a very popular question. So when you register, I'm going to give you 2 videos that are 5 minutes long. Awesome videos. It'll show you where to get it, and it'll show you how to install it. But more importantly, if you come in the trading room, you'll see us. We'll do it live for you. Okay. So don't worry about that. We already got that taken care of. It's only going to cost you $9 to get access to it. All right. Let me tell you a crazy thing. This is what blows my mind. When I started, I was 22 years old. I had to pay $1,000 for that level 3 quote. It's been there forever. Some people are like, is this new? No, this thing's been around for 30 years. I had to pay over $1,000 for that data. Today, it costs $15. Now, who here feel that what I just showed you, that you could have saved that $15 and pay for itself, right? Now, imagine you're not dishing out 15. Now you're only paying 9, because I got to teach you how to use it. So somebody's asking me, like, how do I get level 3? Don't worry about it. I'll tell you where to get it. And it's very cheap. And once again, if you can't afford $15, you can't afford to trade. But better than yet, let me show you for 9 before you dish out the 15. All right. Does your room also cover options? Absolutely. We do a lot of options. And some of you traders here are, let me tell you, you better learn how to trade stocks first before you trade an option, don't get this misconception. I always get people to say, well, you know what? I heard options, leverage, this and that. Let me tell you something. That is the biggest failure rate in the industry. You'll never be a good options trader if you can't even know what's going on with the stock. Remember, it's the movement of the stock that makes an option move. And you know what? If you, I have arguments with option people all the time, but when I call them out on that, you know what they say? You're right. You're right. You got to know what's going on with the stock, because how do you know which option to trade? But we do cover options. So come on, I got to go, ladies and gentlemen. I got a couple of people. I want to do a couple of shout outs really quick. I got a couple of you just registered right now, which I'm kind of shocked because only 10 of you. We had over like 50, 60 people in here. Bruce Stock, I got your registration. Welcome aboard. Just got you. Chris, Chris L, that's you, right, Chris? You just said you just registered. Got you registered, Chris. Welcome aboard. Who else we got here? Patrick B just got your registration. Welcome aboard. Marcy got your registration. Mike from Los Angeles got your registration. Wow, you still alive, Marcy? Hope you're all right with the fires and everything out there. Victor, you already registered? Good. All right, good. Now, when you register, very important. We take it very seriously. There's going to be an area it's going to ask you 5 questions. Let us know who you're trading with, if you got any education. They're very simple questions, nothing crazy. We're not here to find your personal life. We just want to make sure that, like we're a doctor, we want to make sure that when you're trading, the more you let us know about you, the more we could help you. The next page is you're going to book an appointment. Okay. We're going to work with all of you. We're going to make sure when you get into the trading room, you know exactly what you see, because we don't want you to go there and be like, okay, I don't know what's going on. Where am I looking? Am I looking to the left? Am I looking to the right? What am I looking at? Okay. So we're going to show you that. But Scan Me does not work. Good. I'm glad. And I'm glad that you said that, because that's why you're not risking a lot. It's only $9. And if we are thinking you're scamming you, you're going to get your $9 back. Don't worry about it. All right. The link doesn't work. It should work. I'm getting people registered. Everyone should have it right there. The link should work. The scan does not work. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me see. Let me try it myself. Basically, you turn on your camera, and if you click on it, QR code. Try myself. Maybe you're right. QR code is not working for me, which is weird. Oh, wait. Trying it. Yep, it does. It works. There it is right there. It did work. Okay. It's working. It's working. There you go. It worked. Kevin, it worked for you? All right, good. All right, traders. I got to go. But just let everybody know, this is what you're going to get for the $9 is right here. Let me bring it up. So here's the trading floor. Just to remind you one more time, here's the trading floor. And you could see right here on the left-hand side, just show you right here. You're going to get an alert service. So we are on Telegram. We are on X. All these images that you see here, I'll just show you. Where's my alerts? Got a bunch of alerts that did come across here. There we go. So you got the alerts that come over here on Telegram. So you'll get it on your phone. You'll get to see like all the trades that we're doing. We're showing you images of trades that are going on. Hopefully they could see that. You're going to get all this great stuff. You're going to get all this good stuff. And, and this is, being in the trading room. If you're not going to be there, at least you can get on your phone. You'll get to meet. These are all the instructors here on the left-hand side. You got John, me, Josh, Alex, Rich. These are all the traders. You can see them all around the world. Alan from Dallas. You got Texas. You got Canada. You got everyone from all over the world here. All right, everyone from all over the world. Ohio. You're gonna meet all these great traders. And you can see that and right now, they're not really chatting too much because the market's kind of quiet. Usually the most busiest time is early in the morning and late at night, the afternoons, the mornings and afternoons. All right, a couple of more shout outs really quick. I just got a registration from UD. Is that you, UD? I just got your registration. Welcome aboard. Michael, looks like you just called in. You're having an issue registering, Michael S. So if you're having an issue, you can call us too. 516-280-5350. That's our number right there. So we'll get you that set up right there. All right. So all that good stuff that you're going to get. All right, traders. Once again, $9, money back guaranteed. Don't need it. I'm looking for people that are serious traders, because if you're serious, I want you to be part of my team, but I'm not looking for free people. And I'm just going to leave everybody off with this. You got to learn before you could earn. Okay. Trading is not hard to do, but it is a very big failure rate. And if you don't want to fail, you know, you got to find a mentor. So listen, if you didn't sign up with me because you don't like the way I sound or whatever it is, I get it. It's fine. But I'm just going to give everyone advice. You need to learn not from one, but different mentors. Don't go out, do it yourself. It's a big, big, big failure rate. All right. Thank you for listening, everybody. I'll see you all in the trading room. All right. Thanks again. And we will have this recorded. We will have highlights of it. So please make sure you subscribe to the channel. All right. And we'll send them all to you. And make sure you like us, friend us, and make sure you ring that bell. Good luck, everybody. Happy trading.